Bindraban Bihari Lal ki jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Sitaram everyone, sab koi. Let me extend a very warm, a very cordial welcome to each and every person this morning. Those of you whose footsteps have led you here to the Mandir physically to join with us in satsang this morning. Puja has just been concluded by our very wonderful young devotees who sat. So they sat and performed puja with love, with devotion, and now we will commence our satsang for this morning on this very auspicious, very wonderful day of Guru Purnima. This morning, as we commence our satsang, I invite us all to gaze at the murtis before us, as we traditionally would do. And again, my invitation is whichever form of Bhagwan you find most endearing, whichever form you find most appealing, I'd invite you to fix your gaze on that particular form. Let us all now stand as we assume that position of reverence, that prayerful attitude and demeanor, and as we commence with invocation mantras this morning. Hari Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Saraswatye Namah. Om Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Guru Me Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swudha Namostute Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru Nagindraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddha Digambaragaya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandramabhirase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaye Pataye Namaha. Om Manojavam Marutatulia Bhegyam Jetindriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanadiyutamukam Shri Ramadutam Shrishi Namami. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Bhaiye, please resume your seats. This morning, I hope you will permit me that we dedicate our service and our prayers, particularly this morning, for a son, a brother, husband and young father who has been missing since Friday evening. I speak of none other than Sri Komal Maharaj. Komal is the son of Pandit Bhavani Prasad Maharaj from Tableland. Komal has been at this Mandir several times. He has performed at some of our fundraising events, and indeed he officiated at a satsang that was held by Shanti several years ago. This young man has been abducted from Price Plaza in Chaguanas on Friday. His family is unaware of his whereabouts, and despite the best efforts of the authorities, they have not been able to find him thus far. This morning we join with a large part of the community and indeed all of the right-thinking people of Trinidad and Tobago in offering prayers for his safe return so that he can return once more to his family. As we join in Kirtan this morning, let us pray, let us offer our prayers to Bhagwan that he will be returned safely.
Jai Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganapati, Jai 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 Ganapati, Jai Ganapati, Jai Ganesh, गणपति जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरिमणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे
लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरिमणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे
गजमणि माल गले बिच सोहे
गजमणि माल गले बिच सोहे
बाल ललामी चंद्रकलामी
गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
मोदक लेत दीत जननी जब ठुमक छलकेनु पुर झनकारे
मोदक लेत देत जननी जब ठुमक छलकेनु पुर झनकारे
रिधि सीधी दो चबर दुलावत
रिधि सीधी दो चबर दुलावत
सुर समूह लखी होत सुखारी
गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारी गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय. We continue to glorify Bhagwan through the medium of Kirtan, and as we do so, let us all join together as we blend our voices together and as we glorify Bhagwan.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक पल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय 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 हनुमान जय 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 हनुमान जय 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 हनुमान जय 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 हनुमान जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिवे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद शारद सहित अहिसा। यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, सभी को विधि कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघ गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपने तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत
सुर निकंदन राम दुआरे। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असमण दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। और देवता चेतन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पात कर कोई, छूटहि बंध महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, जय नाथ हृदय महाडेरा। जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान, जय 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 हनुमान। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। जय 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 हनुमान, 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 जय 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 हनुमान।
प्रेम से बोले श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। सबको जय सीताराम, सबको जय सीताराम। Before we begin our pravachan this morning, bearing in mind that we don't have our Bal Vihara class, I would want you to do something a little different. We've done it a little while ago, and I think it's worthy of repeating. I'd invite everyone to stand, firstly. And I would like you, the group as well, and I would like you to look around you. And if there's anybody that you have never formally met in the mandir before, I want you to go to that person or individual and extend greetings by way of Sitaram. So let's do that for a couple of moments. I know there are some persons that we have not met. Dr. Premanan has been back with us the last week and this week for the first time in a long time. Why is the members of the group not moving? Everybody can go and greet Dr. Premanan because I know that he's new, so go greet persons that you have not seen in some time. Jai Sitaram, everyone, and give them a wonderful greeting. Prem se bole Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. We invite everyone to resume their seats. Thank you very much for that indulgence. I think it's worthwhile sometimes in the midst of coming to Mandir and being focused on obviously performing our puja and satsang to recognize that the Mandir community is also about community as well. And it's important for us to make these acquaintances and to renew those acquaintances from time to time, because we are all one big family and we support, we love each other, and it's important for us to sometimes be reminded of that by way of taking a pause and doing so. So this morning again, let me extend a very warm welcome to all persons who are here physically. May Bhagwan Krishna bless us all. And for those persons who are viewing us online or on YouTube, and for whatever reason couldn't make it this morning, we miss you. We wish you were here, and if you were here, we would have greeted you physically as well. But we look forward to seeing you with us on each and every Sunday morning that we have satsang from 8:30 to 10 a.m. We look forward to seeing you all. Particularly, we are asking particularly the parents and grandparents to bring out your younger ones when our Bal Vihar classes resume in September. And just by way of that intimation, the teachers of the Bal Vihar class are organizing a movie night. And that movie night is geared not just for the little ones, but for all of us. So the movie that will be shown is a family-oriented movie, but it is one that we can all enjoy. So this is the save the date announcement. The date will be the 31st of August. It's Independence Day. And the time will be at 4 p.m. and it will be right here at the annex. So you'll be hearing more about that. And it's going to be in the format of you can bring a blanket or a comforter, or if you want, you can sit on the chairs and you can enjoy yourself. It'll be in the annex and it will be on a big screen with wonderful sound and so on. So the 31st of August at 4 p.m. and you'll be hearing more about that. And we look forward to you attending and being part of that event organized by our Bal Vihar class. Let us join our palms together as we engage in one moment of pratna before beginning. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanavam Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhagam Lakshmi Kantam Kamala Nayanam Yogi Virya Nagamyam Bande Vishnu Bhavabhayaram Sarvaloke Kanatam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Today is an auspicious day as it is set aside in our Panchang, our calendar, as Vyas Purnima, or otherwise more commonly called Guru Purnima. We will speak a little bit about this festival, but more importantly, I want to zero in on the importance of a guru and the relevance of a guru for each and every one of us in this year 2024 and going forward. Historically, Vyasji Maharaj celebrates his birthday on the Purnima Tithi in the month of Ashad, and that happens to be today. So this is the day that is set aside to remember Vyasji Maharaj. And we ask ourselves, well, who is Vyasji Maharaj? Is it someone who sits on a satsang? Well, that's the title sometimes given for the person who officiates. But Vyasji Maharaj is regarded as the epitome and indeed Lord Narayan himself. He was the one responsible for the codification and recording of our Vedas, for the recording and codification of our Puranas and Itihas such as the Mahabharata. And it is through his efforts and work that these scriptures have been codified and have redounded over the years for our benefit in a concrete form. And as a result of his efforts associated with the recording of that, he has been given that particular honor, Ved Vyasji Maharaj, and the one whose birthday is celebrated. Over the years, because of the discussion that flowed whenever satsang was engaged in on this occasion, discussion of the Vedas and scriptures and so on, it also emanated that the persons who taught these scriptures and indeed who led that direction in terms of spirituality and spiritual life were regarded as gurus. But for all of us, we recognize that the term guru, meaning one who removes ignorance, the darkness of ignorance, is a term that is fitting for several categories of persons. As I always tell the young ones, and this is a truism, our first gurus are always our parents. So becoming a parent or being a parent is a wonderful responsibility with so many joys, but it is indeed a difficult responsibility to discharge. But as parents, we are the first gurus of our children. And therefore, it is important and incumbent upon us in discharging that function of the first gurus to lead by example. And that is something that is very often a challenge because our time, our responsibility, sometimes our own desires have to be sacrificed as a result of discharging that responsibility. So parents are our first gurus. Then in this environment that we live in, we no longer send children off to the Gurukul. Instead, they are educated in a secular environment where they attend preschool. Then from preschool, they go to primary school. From primary school, most go on to secondary school. From secondary school, several go on to university and tertiary training and other types of training as well from post-secondary institutions. Along the pathway of that journey, all of the persons that you encounter from your kindergarten school teacher come straight back up, are gurus, because they're imparting to you knowledge that serves to edify and to uplift you and to remove you from that darkness of ignorance, albeit in a secular environment. But parallel to that would be those persons who teach you in arts and in culture and in spirituality as well. So many children are engaged in different forms of extra and co-curricular activities, whether it is in the sporting arena, you're learning or mastering the techniques of some sport, whether it is football, cricket, tennis, swimming, volleyball, and you can go on with so many. Whether it is in that arena, whether you're part of the scouting movement, that is something that is also, the Girl Guide movement, that is something that is also very, very important. And the persons who lead and direct you and train you are also to be regarded as gurus. You also have persons who train you along the spiritual environment, whether it is your purohit who comes to your home to perform your puja, or whether persons take that bold and brave step of being initiated and having a Vidya Guru, having that Guru who invests in you that mantra which comes as a culmination of the initiation ceremony. You know, locally we've adopted the term now quite incorrectly in my view, that are having a christening. Our scripture doesn't speak about christenings. It speaks about Upanayan or Guru Diksha Sanskar, different sanskars, and we must adopt those terminologies because that's the correct terminology for what our tradition states. And so the imparting of that mantra is very important for us, but as I tell young ones, that mantra could be as important or unimportant as you make it. Because when that guru gives you that mantra, a large part of his responsibility is discharged in that process. And then the baton, so to speak, is handed over to the disciple or to the sishya, that they will continue to recite or jape that mantra and thereby empower that mantra and empower their lives. Why is that important? Because the guru, no guru, can do it for you. As I told someone just yesterday, your parents as your first guru often perform tasks for and on your behalf. So they prepare their meals for you. They provide the physical things that are required. So in that way, as a guru, leading by example, by way of being a provider, they are doing things for you. As parents, sometimes we spoil our children. So we make up their bed, we do the dishes for them, we clean their rooms and so on. And I see many parents looking at me with the face like, yes, I do that, but I don't want to do it. Because it is the expectation and responsibility that, yes, you show a child how to make a bed. And you may do it on several occasions, but children, after that, it's your responsibility to make your own bed. And then you get all of the excuses, well, why am I making up for it? I'll lie back on it again in the night. But each of us, children and adults, if you do that one thing every day, you could take it off and say, at least I do one thing for the day. You know, I saw a video online some years ago about a retired admiral saying that if you want to be successful in life, the first thing you should do is make your bed every morning. Because you've accomplished one thing and then it leads to accomplishing something else and something else and something else as you go along. And if at the end of the day you've had a horrible day, then at least you know you have your bed made already. So you've accomplished something. But there's a lesson and a truism in that. Little steps sometimes make us who we are. So the guru, quite apart from parents, is meant to instruct you about what you ought to do. When you go to school and the teachers teach you, so Pat is a teacher, they have many other teachers who are here, Rachel is a teacher, they will impart the curriculum to the students. You think they're going to write the exam? Is the teacher going to write the exam for you? No. That is your responsibility to, one, attend classes and attend it regularly, to be physically and mentally present. In the online environment that we live in now, many people are logged in, but logged out mentally. Many persons attend classes physically, but their mind is somewhere else. They're not taking on what's happening. And that serves to their detriment. But if you attend classes and you attend regularly and you are attentive in the classes, then your journey is halfway over. You then need to just put in the little extra on your own, and you don't need a million extra lessons. But when we don't put in those efforts, that's when the problems arise. I have many students that I lecture to every year. And you know what? Exams is in May. And in April, I get in questions about things we covered in September already. Because they didn't take me on. They deferred the learning until the very last minute. And the end result of that is, very often, they're not successful. But those students who come to class regularly and listen to what is being imparted, and I'm just using this as an example, many of them are already more than three-quarters towards success, because in being attentive, you ask questions, you get things clarified on the moment, on the spot, and not wait for months and weeks after, when you're now trying to understand the concept. It is like going to a cricketing camp and the coach is telling you how to make a defensive shot and you're not taking him on, and then you go out in the middle in an actual match, forgetting how to do it, and somebody bowls you. Or worse yet, they bowl a bounce and you don't know how to evade it and you get hit on your head. Why? Because we were not paying attention to how the techniques were being imparted. In the same way, in a spiritual environment, it is incumbent upon us to firstly place ourselves in an environment where spirituality and spiritual practice and scriptural teachings are being imparted. That means satsang. That means puja. That means yagya. But Panditji, we don't need to do all that now. We could just sit down home and turn on to YouTube. And that electronic environment has its utility, but I say unequivocally, the electronic environment is absolutely no substitute for a physical presence and a physical satsang. Think about yourselves a short few moments ago. If you were sitting at home, you think you could have greeted somebody or even know all of the persons who were here? When Hanuman Chalisa was being chanted and that vibration was emanating collectively here, could you have gotten that same vibration at home? And the answer is no. So it is a poor substitute, but is of some little value for example, persons who are abroad, or persons who are ill and they can't walk to Mandir or come to Mandir. Those are the persons who should be relying on an electronic environment for satsang and for puja and for yagya. God blessed you with feet and hands. Use them. Go to the places of worship. And when you are there, your mind, albeit for some time, if you can't focus for all of the time, your mind at some point in time should be focused on the katha that is being done. Or if you're sitting for puja, focus on the puja that you're performing. And do not think about I wonder when the pandit go finish so I could eat. Or I wonder this and wonder that. As very often we are tempted to do. Because then again, we lose the value of the opportunity that is before us. So putting yourself in that environment is critical. Listening to what is being said is critical, but more and most importantly, putting into practice what you learn is the most important thing. It is the most important thing. So if you go to a katha and the pandit is suggesting certain things to you, japing a mantra, for example, and he says, on a daily basis, you should find some time and recite your mantra. You may hear it, you may say, yes, that's a good idea, there's much benefit to that, but if we don't practice it, then the value is diminished. So it's important for us to do that. Now leads me to my next point. There are many things we could speak about gurus and Guru Purnima, but I'm just focusing on little things. What is the relevance of a guru for us in 2024? Who do we choose as a guru? Because there are many categories of gurus. We have Sat Gurus, we have Param Guru, and so on. How many of us are going to be fortunate enough to be blessed with the presence and attention of a Sat Guru? Because there are only very few personalities like that in the world at any one time. Those are the persons that you can listen to indirectly, meaning using videos and shows and programs, because we may not have the benefit of being in their physical presence. But whenever we have the opportunity to, we should go. So you have different categories of gurus. And the importance of a guru really comes from not only what they say, but in my respectful view, their conduct and demeanor. It is important to have an enlightened person, someone who's engaged and who has had the experience to pass on that knowledge. But the most important teacher in the world is example. The most important teacher in the world is example. And so it comes back to us as parents. What are the examples that we set for our children? Because we are their first gurus. It comes back to us as teachers, wherever we are, whatever forum we're in, whether it's in the classroom, extracurricular, co-curricular. What type of example do we set for those under our charge? You might be a guru in the workplace because you are someone who has seniority, someone who has that knowledge experientially, and the juniors and younger ones are looking up to you. What type of guru are you in the workplace? I have had the fortune and humble pleasure of some persons asking me to be their spiritual guru. It was never a desire of mine to do something like that. But if you've asked me, I find it very difficult to say no. But one of the important things I try to impress upon persons is that, when I fall short, not if, when I fall short, do not then condemn the entire spiritual practice because of my shortcoming. Because that is a temptation that many of our Hindus have fallen into. Well, look what that Pandit doing, and if he could do that, then why should I follow this? Because the point of a guru is to make you a better person. And therefore, if you see the shortcoming of an individual, regardless of who that person is, then you should strive to be better. You should strive not to follow that bad action, or that incorrect action, or that incorrect choice. But you have the intelligence and wherewithal to know, listen, that shouldn't have been the thing to be done in that situation. I will not follow in that mistake. And that is where the enlightenment comes in. And that is where the spiritual practice comes in. Because if on a daily basis you are chanting your mantra, and you are fortifying yourself, your mind becomes attuned in a different way. And a simple thing like if somebody does something that is improper to you, or something they may say, something they may do, if you're driving on the road, an action of another driver, then your immediate reaction will not be something that is crass, because you're reciting your mantra all of the time. Your reaction will be something that is in an equipoised way, an appropriate reaction to the situation. So something happens, the first thing you would say, Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, instead of other words coming out of your mouth. Instead of you engaging in road rage, for example, you would engage in a passive way or in an appropriate way of responding. Because nobody wins in road rage. Instead of making a choice to do something that is improper, to consume something that is inappropriate, you will make another choice. Why? Because you've constantly been repeating that mantra. In your home, for example, if somebody annoys you, you will respond in an appropriate way. Parents, sometimes we get very annoyed because of something our child may do or say. And the question is, how do we respond in that manner? When we're in that situation, do we respond with annoyance? Do we respond with anger? Or do we take 10 steps back, breathe a little bit, and then respond in an appropriate way? And if we are reciting mantra in our mind, then that is the latter way in which we will go. We must never discipline our children out of anger. And children as well, we need to appreciate where our parents and elders are coming from. So one of the things about a guru is the respect that is afforded to a guru. And I always remember someone saying to me that the greatest guru dakshina that you can give and offer to your guru, the greatest form of respect you can give to your guru is how you conduct yourself. How you conduct yourself. Think about our scriptures. When the introduction of Prabhu Shri Ram was being made, he was not introduced, hey, this is Ram. That's not how the introduction, our scriptures, Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, Valmiki Ji Maharaj, that was not how the narratives go. This is the son of Raja Dashrath. So immediately you know what you are speaking about in terms of reputation, in terms of behavior, in terms of deportment. Very often we are consumed with the individuality and we lose sight of where we are coming from. I remember our current Dharmachar, we were having a discussion one day and he was speaking about when he was leaving Trinidad to go abroad to study. He was speaking about that. And he turned to his parent, his father, and he said, Pa, what is the best lesson you could give me, best advice that you could give me as I go abroad? And he said, and I'm quoting the Dharmachara, his father turned to him and said, remember who your father is. And I thought, what a powerful lesson. Because if you live a life, and I'm using father, but it means mother, it means parents. If you live a life where you stand for something, and you have that example for your children, even though they may waver, they are firmly rooted in the value system that you have given to them. And that value system comes from our tradition. So the example of a guru, be it a parent, be that guru a teacher in the secular environment, or be it a guru in the spiritual environment, is in the year 2024, as it was thousands of years ago, very relevant. It is very important because far too often our traditions are being watered down, are being removed and saying, that's not relevant, what are you doing that for now? Why I need to touch somebody's foot for? But when you understand why you do certain things, you understand the value. You understand the value, and nature has a wonderful way of teaching us, you know. Think about a tree or a plant buffeted around by the winds of a storm. If that remains rigid, it will break. But if it is able to move but remain grounded, firmly rooted, it will survive the winds of the storm. And so it is for us. Our roots must be lodged deeply in our dharma through the example and teachings of the various gurus that we encounter, so that when we are buffeted around by the winds of this life, as we all are, while we are able to adjust and adapt, we remain ever firmly grounded. And we do not topple. And that is important. Because life throws so many things our way. Temptations, disappointment, loss, you name it, it comes. How do we address those when they come our way? I was telling the young people this morning that sometimes when we are caught up in a situation, we become very anxious because of the perceived outcome. A good one is exams. You're going to write an exam and you become so anxious and you become so fearful, and the question is why? And I say it to you all, and I offer this advice to students frequently. Think about what is the worst thing that could happen. In that situation, in an exam, what is the worst thing? I could fail the exam. All right? If that were to happen, how would you address it? Because we need to think beyond that. And once you know that the things that you fear the most is not the end of it all, it is not the end of the world, so to speak, then you are able to address that. For all of us, at some point in time, what do we fear the most? Death, are going to die. Anyhow you take it, that's what we fear. Are going to die. But guess what? That is the most certain thing in life. We all know that is going to happen. So what do? We just fixated on that event? And if we are, we lose sight of all of the wonderful things and we lose sight of the journey. You know, when somebody unfortunately passes on and you go to their home to perform a satsang, that's not the time for philosophy, you know. Because people are so caught up in the emotion, it's not resonating. So you sing Kirtan, you japa mantra and so on. But you see, in times like this, where you are not troubled by that unfortunate circumstance, it's important for us to be reminded that this physical journey that we are in is not the be-all and end-all. This Atma that resides in us, that divinity which resides in each and every one of us, as Bhagavad Gita says in chapter 2, it is not destroyed, it is not harmed, but it eventually one day through our own punya and our good action will be merged in moksha with Bhagwan. So when this physical journey comes to an end, in whatever circumstance, that Atma continues on. We who are left behind are the ones who still are wrangling with attachment. So we are attached to the fact that that physical being is no longer there, and we are upset, we're emotional, we can't overcome it many times or over a long period of time. But that's where our scripture is there to remind us that that's not the end, no, and the memories and legacy of that person lives on. Their DNA lives on in you. So we cherish and embrace the lessons and legacy that they've left, albeit we may have that physical parting. So if we think of life in that way, then we should be living in a different way as we treat each other, as we live our lives, the actions we perform and things we do. So on the occasion of Guru Purnima, as I conclude, let us be reminded that we are all in some way gurus. Whether it's in the home, in the workplace, wherever, we are gurus by way of our example. And if we recognize that responsibility, then we are mandated to discharge that responsibility in the appropriate manner by our conduct, by our behavior, by our example. And for the younger ones who are looking up, for the persons who are looking up to that example, recognize that even when there's a shortcoming, we have the intelligence and the power of discrimination to learn from that error and to not repeat that error. And we do so steeped in spirituality, in the name of Bhagwan, and in our rich traditions that are contained in our scripture. And there's so much more that could be said, but I will pause and stop here with those reminders for us all, for all of us. They're important reminders, and that's why it's useful to have these celebrations and to have these events punctuating our calendar of events and punctuating our panchang so that we can be reminded. Tomorrow marks a significant day. It is the beginning of the month of Shravan, And we will be having puja here at the Mandir from 6 to 7:30 every Monday for the next 5 Mondays starting from tomorrow. Pandit Devendra will be leading those pujas, and persons who are desirous of sitting, whether individually as a family, I will invite you to contact Mrs. Rama Umrao. Her number has been posted on all of the flyers, so you can contact her via WhatsApp, and we can then schedule persons who want to lead the puja. But everybody is invited to participate and to come during this particular month. So it starts tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. and light refreshments will be provided after on each Monday, so you can take away with you as you go back home. But some persons will say, well, I can't come, I have to fix dinner. So that issue is out the window. So we look forward to you all coming. Bring flowers. If you can fast for the day, great. Please do so. If you are not able to, then you know the type of diet that we should be abiding by anyway, right? So you adhere to that diet. You do as best as you can, but importantly, critically, it is the mindset by which you come to perform your puja. So please don't use any of those things as an excuse not to be here. On the 4th of August, Sunday morning, we will be having Swami Brahma Swarupanandaji. And that topic will be a conversation about Gayatri Mantra, how to chant properly, and the benefits of Gayatri Mantra. And that is important for all of us. And that session will be roughly from around 9, that's a Sunday morning. So we will start service at 8:30. We will have Aarti starting off the service, so our structure will be a little different. And then from 9 to about 11, Swamiji will be here, and it will be an interactive session where you can ask questions, and he will respond to your questions, and we will serve lunch after that is completed, right? So again, no excuse to have to run off to make lunch. So that's on the 4th of August. The 1st of August, just before that, we will be having Gauri Mata Puja as we start our journey for Ganesh Utsav, and it will be right here at the Mandir, and it will be from 8:30 in the morning. So those of you who want to come as we begin that journey, we have 3 young fellows leading us off, Amral, Kurt, and Roger, who will be sitting to perform the puja, and we will begin the journey. Then Ganesh Utsav begins in September, and you'll be getting the dates. We will be having 5 nights of yagya to culminate. And those Pandits who are coming are Pandit Rajendranath Maharaj, who was here with us last year, Pandit Jishnu Maharaj, who was also here with us last year, and Pandit Abhedanand Prasad Sharma, who was also here with us last year. So those Pandits, together with Pandit Devendra, 5 nights of yagya for the Ganesh Utsav. And our culmination, we are bringing it forward a little bit, because it is supposed to end on Tuesday, but in an effort to get everybody joining together, we will culminate on a Sunday, so that we can all be part and parcel of the Visarjan ceremony. So you'll be getting more details. So a number of things happening, including Raksha Bandhan, including Krishna Janmashtami, number of things happening for the next couple of weeks, and we look forward to you all being there. And as I said at the start, the movie night on the 31st of August as well. So you'll be hearing more about that. Let us now come forward and perform our Aarti. Let us perform our Aarti individually with our families, and I invite you to come forward now as the group engages in Kirtan for the next 25 minutes or so.
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुष्टर भव सागर तरनम
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुष्टर भव सागर तरनम
मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम दुस्तर भव सागर तरनम
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय
गुरु महाराज सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, शिवाय नमः।
ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, शिवाय नमो।
अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुण शिव।
अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुण शिवो।
ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव। ॐ नमो बाबा।
ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव। ॐ नमो बाबा।
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 मानस भज रे गुरुचरणं, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणं।
मानस भज रे गुरुचरणं, दूसर भव सागर तरणं।
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय।
गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय।
साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
सत्य साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय।
ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, शिवाय नमः।
ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, ॐ नमः शिवाय, शिवाय नमो।
अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुण शिव।
अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुणाचल शिव, अरुण शिवो।
ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव। ॐ नमो बाबा।
ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव, ओंकारं भव। ॐ नमो बाबा।
ॐ नमो बाबा।
ॐ नमो बाबा।
मानस भज रे गुरुचरणं, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणं।
मानस भज रे गुरुचरणं, दूसर भव सागर तरणं।
पति दुष्टर भव सागर तरणं।
पति दूसर भव सागर तरणं।
पति दुष्टर भव सागर तरणं।
पति दूसर भव सागर तरणं।
मानस भज रे गुरुचरणं, दुष्टर भव सागर तरणम्।
गुरु मेरे पूजा, गुरु गोविंद, गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म, गुरु भगवंत। गुरु मेरे पूजा, गुरु गोविंद, गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म, गुरु भगवंत। गुरु मेरे पूजा, गुरु गोविंद, गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म, गुरु भगवंत। गुरु मेरे सेवो सर्व पूजा चरण गुरु सेवो गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरा अवध नहीं मैं थाऊं गुरु मेरा अवध नहीं मैं थाऊं अन दिन जपहु गुरु गुरु नाऊं अन दिन जपहु गुरु गुरु नाऊं गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरा ज्ञान गुरु हृदय ध्यान गुरु मेरा ज्ञान गुरु हृदय ध्यान गुरु गोपाल पुरख भगवान गुरु गोपाल पुरख भगवान गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु की शरण प्रभु कर जोड़ा गुरु की शरण प्रभु कर जोड़ा गुरु बिना मैं नाही होरा गुरु बिना मैं नाही होरा गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंता
ओम नमो नारायण
मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। चरण बिना मुझे कुछ नहीं भावे, जग माया सब स्वप्नन की। चरण बिना मुझे कुछ नहीं भावे, जग माया सब स्वप्नन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। भव सागर सब सुख गया है, फिक्र नहीं मोहि तरणन की। भव सागर सब सुख गया है, फिक्र नहीं मोहि तरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, उलत भये मोहे नयनन की। मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, उलत भये मोहे नयनन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। मोहे लागे लगन गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की। चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की, चरणन की, गुरु चरणन की।
गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा।
गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा।
तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा।
गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा।
मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
प्रियताम तुम्ही, प्रणनाथ तुम्ही।
प्रियताम तुम्ही, प्रणनाथ तुम्ही।
मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा।
गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
तुम ही भक्ति हो, तुम ही शक्ति हो,
तुम ही भक्ति हो, तुम ही शक्ति हो,
तुम ही मुक्ति हो, मेरे भाम्र शिवा।
तुम ही मुक्ति हो, मेरे साम्र शिवा। गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा, गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा। मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरा कोटि प्रणाम। मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
तुम ही प्रेरणा, तुम ही साधना,
तुम ही प्रेरणा, तुम ही साधना,
तुम ही आराधना, मेरे साम्र शिवा।
तुम ही आराधना, मेरे साम्र शिवा। गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा, गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा। मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरा कोटि प्रणाम। मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
तुम ही प्रेम हो, तुम ही करुणा हो,
तुम ही प्रेम हो, तुम ही करुणा हो,
तुम ही मोक्ष हो, मेरे साम्र शिवा।
तुम ही मोक्ष हो, मेरे साम्र शिवा। गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा, गुरु मात्र पिता, गुरु बंधु सखा।
तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरा कोटि प्रणाम।
तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
प्रियताम तुम्ही, प्रणनाथ तुम्ही,
प्रियताम तुम्ही, प्रणनाथ तुम्ही।
मेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम।
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 Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana, Krishna Krishna
मुकुन्द जनार्दन,
Krishna Govinda Narayana Hari,
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरि।
Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन,
Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari,
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि,
Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari,
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि।
Krishna Krishna Mukunda Janardana,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन, कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन,
कालेन्द्र हरिहर
मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
गोमुख वल्लभा गोचर चोरा
गोमुख वल्लभा गोचर छोड़ा
गोविन्द चोरा गोपाल नयना
गोविन्द छोरा गोपाल नयना
कृष्ण कृष्ण
मुकुन्द जनार्दन कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
वीणु विनादरा पानी मलादरा
वेणु वीणाधरा पानी मलाधरा
तुलसी मलादरा तुलसी मलादरा
तुलसी मालाधरा तुलसी मालाधरा
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
भक्त बिम्बादरा तुंग पलादरा
भक्त विमाधरा तुंग पलाधरा
तुंग पलादरा सच्ची अनंदना
तुंग पलाधरा सच्चिदानन्दना कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायण हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुन्द जनार्दन
We'll have announcements now.
Sitaram devotees. So first of all, welcome to our Sunday morning service. Great to see everyone here. For those of you who are here for the first time, special welcome to you. Or for those of you who are here from some period of absence, welcome back and hope to see you in the coming weeks. Happy birthday and happy anniversary to anyone celebrating any birthdays or anniversaries this upcoming week. And anyone who wishes to make donations to the temple, whether it be in cash or kind, can do so in the office after service. You can see Uncle Gangadin in the office after service. Anyone wishing to perform puja on a Sunday morning right here can also see Auntie Rama or Uncle Gangadin in the office after service as well. There will be no yoga class tomorrow, so just note for those of you who usually attend the yoga class on a Monday, upstairs the annex, there won't be any class tomorrow. So there will be puja to celebrate the month of Shravan for the next 5 weeks. So that's the 22nd, the 29th of July, the 5th, 12th, and the 19th of August. right? It will be circulated via the WhatsApp and the email as well. If you are not part of that WhatsApp broadcast list or that email listing, you can see Roger to give your name and number, your email address to him, so that you guys can get reminders on these announcements. Anyone wishing to sit for those pujas on those weeks can see Auntie Rama to put down your name to do so. It's 6 p.m. right here at the temple. Gauri Mata Puja, to kickstart the Ganesh Utsav celebrations, will be done on the 1st of August right here at the temple as well. And the time is just to be confirmed, and we'll let you all know once we do so. Just as a gentle reminder to those of you who have outstanding sheets as well to the Bhajan Amrit, just to bring in those sheets so that we can close off the accounts on that fundraiser as well. So we just have one more announcement from the Bal Vihara class, so I just invite Shivma to come to the podium as well. Sitaram, and enjoy the week.
Sitaram, everyone. I know Panditji would have mentioned it briefly that for the first time ever, the children's class, the Balvihar class, is going to host a movie night. It will be on August, the flyer's up, August 31st, so it's Independence Day, so it's a holiday, so everybody can come out just before school starts back. And we have a couple reasons that we want to host this. The first one is to launch the start of our new Balvihar term, so we're hoping that everyone can bring someone, a child, Balvihar age, to the movie night to start off the term so that we increase our numbers and have more students in class come this September. Secondly, the Balvihar class would like to sort of move with the times, so we would like to do some upgrades to the classroom and the technology and that sort of thing. So we thought this would be a great way to do that without taking from the normal running of the Mandir. And thirdly, since we are members of the Mandir as well, we would like to give something back at the end of it. So tickets will go on sale next week. I will have tickets, and Mrs. Neela Maraj will also have tickets on sale, right? So we will send out flyers via the WhatsApp groups and the email with more information about that, and we hope that we'll see everyone there. Sitaram, thank you.
Thank you very much, Shivman. We look forward to everyone patronizing. Couple of announcements before we stand. As I said at the beginning of this morning's service, we will want to conclude in prayer shortly, and I will speak a little bit more about that. But prior to that announcement, I also, on behalf of all of us this morning, want to wish best wishes and good luck to two young people who we won't be seeing with us for quite some time. And that's Elisha Manirika, who is going on to pursue her master's in law in Canada, so she's not going to be with us for some time. And the young man sitting next to her, Ashtak, is also going to be leaving us permanently, and he will not be gracing us with his tabla and his presence and indeed his wonderful demeanor. So we will miss them both tremendously, and we want to wish Bhagwanji's blessings to them. Whenever they're back in Trinidad, they're always, this is home. So we hope that you are back with us whenever you can. Let us all stand. And before we begin Aarti, as I said at the beginning of service, it is a very tragic occasion, a very tragic time, when a young husband, a young son, father of two young children could be abducted from a public space. And this tragedy occurred on Friday, around midday, we think, at Price Plaza, where Komal Maharaj, who has been with us at the Mandir, as I said before, was taken, and we all joined collectively for his safe return to his family, unharmed, unscathed. And we ask Bhagwan to afford us that blessing. Let us, before we begin with Aarti, join in the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Hari Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanat Mrityodmukshiya Mamritat. Bolo Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्. May Bhagwan bless him for his safe return. We join together in Aarti.
सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो
सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो तुम हो देव दया के सागर अब उद्धार करो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो अजर अमर अविचल अविनाशी घट घट के वासी प्रभु तुम घट घट के वासी जन्म जन्म से तुम्हारे दर्श की अखिया है प्यासी प्रभु जी अखिया है प्यासी सच सनातन परम ब्रह्म हरि हम पर कृपा करो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो सतानंद ब्राह्मण के प्रभु जी तुमने कष्ट हरे प्रभु जी तुमने कष्ट हरे लकड़ाहारे भिल के तुमने कारज सिद्ध करे प्रभु जी कारज सिद्ध करे है तूफान में जीवन नैया कर फल ध्यान धरो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो बेड़ा पार करो साधु वैश्य के बंधन काटे सुख संपत्ति दीने प्रभु जी सुख संपत्ति दीने उलका मुख राजा पर
as we conclude our puja and our satsang for this morning. We give thanks to you, Bhagwan, for all of the blessings that you've bestowed and continue to bestow upon each and every one of us. For the gurus in our lives who continue to guide and direct and inspire us, we thank you. We ask you to bless them all. We pray for those persons who are facing anxiety, who are facing loss, who are facing difficult times, that you uplift them, you fortify them, you strengthen them, and you remove all difficulties from their pathway. For those individuals who are engaged in acts of criminality, we ask you, Prabhu, to redirect their mind and their actions so that once more they would be drawn closer to you and desist from those actions. For you are mother, you are father, you are family, you are friend, you are knowledge, you are wealth, you are everything to us. We surrender ourselves completely to you. We join together in one voice. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asato Ma Sargamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, आज शक्ति जगदम्बा देवी मैया की जय, श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय, श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रेम से बोले श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Turn to those around you, सब कोई जय जय सीताराम। May you have a very powerful, very productive, very safe week ahead. We look forward to seeing you all with us at Puja tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. and then again on Sunday. Jai Sitaram, everyone.